Sign 1. People keep looking at you. Now, before your brain immediately jumps to, "Oh, great, I probably have something on my face," relax. We've all been there. You walk around for 2 full hours feeling completely confident. Then you get home, look in the mirror, and discover a piece of food that has clearly been living in your teeth since lunch. Suddenly, every single glance from every single person that day makes perfect, horrible sense. But that's not what we're talking about here. Have you ever noticed people looking at you and then quickly looking away, like they got caught doing something they weren't supposed to? You make eye contact, and suddenly they are absolutely fascinated by the ceiling, or a plant, or their own shoes. Anything. Anything except your face. That happens more than most people realize. And here's the thing. Attractive people completely misread this almost every single time. They see someone look at them and think, "That person looked at me weird. They must think something is wrong." No, they looked because they noticed you. And then they got nervous when you noticed them noticing you. It's like a psychological traffic accident. Nobody planned to stare, but everybody keeps looking. I heard about a guy once who genuinely believed that everyone disliked him. Everywhere he went, people kept glancing at him. At work, at the gym, at coffee shops, on the street. His conclusion? They must think I'm weird. He carried that with him for years. This quiet little story, he told himself, I make people uncomfortable. I give off some kind of odd energy. Then one day, a friend finally said, completely casually, "Jude, people look at you because you're good-looking." The man nearly fell off his chair, not because it was unbelievable, but because it had genuinely never once crossed his mind. For years, he thought he was being judged. Turns out he was being admired. And this happens all the time, because insecurity is a very creative storyteller. Someone smiles at you, they're laughing at you. Someone looks, they're judging you. But here's the real version. Sometimes people simply find you attractive, and attraction creates curiosity. People naturally look at things they enjoy looking at. Just, please, don't become that person who catches someone looking and immediately starts posing. Nobody asked for a surprise photo shoot in the cereal aisle. Stay calm. Act natural. Because here's the irony. Attractive people who don't know they're attractive are some of the most magnetic people you'll ever meet. Precisely because they're not performing, they're just being. And that's exactly why people can't stop looking. Sign 1. People keep looking at you. Now you know why. Okay, sign 2. And this one is subtle, but once you see it, you can't unsee it. People get nervous around you for absolutely no reason. Have you ever asked someone a perfectly simple question, like, "How was your weekend?" And they respond like they're presenting a quarterly earnings report. Suddenly their posture changes. They're fixing their hair. They're choosing every single word like it's going to be reviewed later. They say something like, "Yeah, so basically, it was, good. Yeah, normal, good, goodish." And you're standing there like, "Bro, I asked about your weekend, not your 5-year plan." Here's what's actually happening in that moment. When someone is attracted to you, even slightly, even subconsciously, their brain starts doing gymnastics. They want to impress you. They don't even realize they're trying to. So they become a little awkward, a little stiff, overly polite. They laugh at things that aren't that funny. The more relaxed and unbothered you are, the more nervous they become. That's not intimidation, that's attraction. Think back. Is there a person in your life who acts just slightly too careful around you, too aware of themselves? Someone who seems fine with everyone else, but around you suddenly becomes this hyper-conscious version of themselves. Drop a comment if you've noticed this, because it's more common than people think. The beautiful irony is that you being calm is what makes them nervous. You're not doing anything, you're just existing. And somehow that's enough to completely short-circuit someone else's brain. That is not a small thing, that is presence. Sign 3. And listen, this one is a trap. Because your first reaction is going to be, "Oh, I'm just funny." Maybe, but let's look a little closer. Have you ever said something completely normal and someone laughed like you just delivered the punchline of a Netflix special? You say, "I'm so tired today." They go, "Ha ha ha, oh my God, you're hilarious." And you're standing there like, "What? What was the joke? What happened?" I was making a statement about my sleep schedule. Here's the psychology behind it. Attraction lowers resistance. When someone is drawn to you, your presence makes everything feel warmer, lighter, more fun. Your energy becomes the source of enjoyment, not even your actual words. Scientists actually have a name for this: laughter as social bonding. We laugh more around people we like, people we're attracted to, people we want to stay close to. The laugh isn't always about the joke, it's about the connection. I knew a guy in school, not the most traditionally good-looking person by any typical measure. But every time he spoke to people, they laughed. Even when he was complaining about something boring, even when he was being completely serious, even when he was just listing facts. He used to say, "I genuinely don't understand what's funny, I'm just talking." And that was exactly it. He wasn't performing, he wasn't trying to be charming, he just was. And people responded to that realness with warmth and laughter because they liked being around him. So if you've noticed that people laugh more than the joke deserves, don't brush it off as coincidence. That's a signal, a quiet, consistent signal that your presence makes people feel good. And people always want more of what makes them feel good. By the way, if you've hit 2 or more signs so far, drop a number in the comments, just the number. I'm genuinely curious how many people are sitting here counting higher than they expected. Sign 4. This one surprises people every time. People remember tiny, random details about you. Things you've completely forgotten you even said. You have one casual conversation. Somewhere in the middle of it, you mention offhand that you hate cold coffee. Just a throwaway line, completely forgettable. 3 weeks later, this person sees you, and they go, "I remembered you don't like iced coffee, so I got you a hot one." And you stand there thinking, how? When? Why? I don't even remember saying that. Here's why it happens. When someone is attracted to you, even subtly, their brain automatically flags the information you share as important. Not on purpose, it just does, because attraction creates emotional significance. And we remember things that feel emotionally significant. Your favorite song, the way you laugh, the random opinion you shared about something small, the exact phrase you used, the face you made. These things get filed away in someone else's memory like they matter, because to them, they do. Meanwhile, you can't remember what you had for lunch 3 days ago. That's fine. That's normal. We forgive you. But if people are remembering details about you that you've long forgotten, you're taking up real estate in their mind. And that's not an accident. There's a difference between someone who remembers facts and someone who remembers you. Facts are neutral. They remember facts about everyone. But when someone remembers the specific texture of your personality, the way you described something, the look you had when you were thinking, that's not memory, that's attention. Sustained, willing, unconscious attention. And that is one of the quietest forms of attraction there is. Sign 4. If someone remembers things about you that even you forgot, pay attention to that. Sign 5. Pure psychology. And once you start noticing this, you will see it everywhere. People mirror you. You cross your arms. They cross their arms. You lean forward. They lean forward. You slow down your speaking pace. They slow down too. You laugh quietly. They laugh quietly, even if they were loud a minute ago. It's like a hidden dance that nobody choreographed, nobody planned it, nobody decided. It just happens. Why? Because humans mirror people they feel drawn to. It's called behavioral mirroring, and it's one of the most studied phenomena in social psychology. We copy the body language, tone, and energy of people we feel connected to, completely automatically. It's subconscious. It's ancient. It's wired into us. And here's the wild part. You're not doing anything to cause it. They're just responding to you. I noticed this once in a really clear way. I was talking with someone who came in very formal, very stiff, very professional. I didn't try to fix it. I just relaxed, started speaking more naturally, smiled more. And within about 5 minutes, they were completely different, more open, more relaxed. Even their posture changed. They didn't notice it. I almost didn't notice it. But the shift was real. Try this sometime. In a casual conversation, very naturally, cross one arm, then watch. Just watch. It's almost uncomfortable how predictable it is, like you have a remote control you didn't know about. Please use this power responsibly. Have you ever caught someone mirroring you? That moment where you realize, wait, we're sitting exactly the same way, or speaking in the same rhythm. Because if you have, that wasn't coincidence. That was them following your lead without meaning to. And now we're at the last one, sign 6. This one's different. I want you to slow down for this one. You don't know what you look like to other people. And I don't just mean physically, I mean all of it, the whole thing. Here's a strange truth about being human. We see ourselves mostly from the inside. We feel our doubts, our insecurities, our bad days, our awkward moments. We have access to every embarrassing thought we've ever had. Every time we said the wrong thing or laughed at the wrong moment. Other people don't see any of that. They see you, just you, the surface of you, which, as it turns out, is often much more composed, much more warm, much more magnetic than you feel from the inside. There's something called the spotlight effect in psychology. It's the proven tendency for people to believe that others notice them much more critically than they actually do. In study after study, when people were asked how noticeable their flaws were to others, they consistently overestimated. You think people see the nervous version of you, the tired version, the version that hasn't figured everything out yet. They see someone walking, someone talking, someone laughing, someone who looks, from the outside, like they belong exactly where they are. The gap between how you see yourself and how others see you is almost always wider than you expect, and it almost always tips in your favor. Think about people you admire, not celebrities, real people in your life. That person who walks into a room and just seems comfortable. The one whose laugh you like. The one you feel better around. Do you think they feel that way from the inside all the time? Almost never. They have the same internal monologue you have, the same doubts, the same weird thoughts at 3 a.m. But from where you stand, none of that is visible. You just see them. And that's exactly how people see you. Attractiveness, real attractiveness, is not a performance. It's not a product of effort or optimization or having the right look on the right day. It's what happens when someone is genuinely present. when they're not performing, when they're not trying to manage how they come across every second. The people who are the most noticed are usually the ones who have stopped trying to be noticed. The people who are the most remembered are the ones who are simply, fully, honestly themselves. And here's the thing. If you've made it to sign 6, if any of this has felt familiar, if you've been quietly counting along this whole time, that tells me something about you. It tells me you pay attention, not just to yourself, but to the world around you. You notice things. You think about things most people walk right past. That quality alone, that awareness, that depth, is attractive, genuinely, quietly, consistently. So here's where we land. You've probably spent a lot of time seeing yourself through your own doubts, through your worst days, through the moments you wish you could redo, through the mirror at 7 a.m. when you haven't slept enough. But that's not the version of you that other people experience. They experience the laugh you don't think is anything special. They experience the way you listen, really listen, which is rarer than you think. They experience the version of you that walks into a room and shifts something in the air without meaning to. And they remember it, long after you've forgotten the whole thing. The most attractive thing you can do right now is believe that this is real, not in an arrogant way. Just, quietly, start to trust what other people seem to already know about you. You are more than you think you are. You always were. How many signs did you count? Drop the number in the comments. No cheating, no overthinking, just the number. And if someone in your life needs to hear this today, someone who always says, "Not me," every time you try to compliment them, share this with them. Just send it. They'll know. And if this video made you think about how people perceive you, the next one is going to take that even further. We're talking about the psychology of first impressions, what people decide about you in the first 7 seconds. It's one of the most surprising videos I've made. It's already there. Waiting? I'll see you in it.